What's going on YouTube? It's Will Trades back in the house. Welcome back to another spicy video. And in today's video, I'm going over everything that my strategy has to offer. A breakdown of what I look for, a breakdown of confluences, and everything you need to know to get started with my strategy. Again, I've been using my strategy for over 3.5 years. I've been trading in total for 6+ years. I am a mentor to over 1,400 students, live trading with them and teaching them the ways of the futures markets every single day. So if you guys want access to my Discord, 5 days absolutely for free, it'll be down in the link below. But anyways, without further ado, let's hop on into the charts and let's go ahead and break down my strategy. So we're on the charts. This is Think or Swim. This is the platform that I use for my charting software. I don't actually execute on my Think or Swim platform, but I look at my key levels, I look for my order entries and everything else. So that's the charts that I'll be using. As well, if you guys are curious about my moving averages, and you can actually see if I zoom in here, I actually have an algo that helps me identify trend lines and key levels of interest. If you guys are interested in actually applying that to your Think or Swim app, accounts, I have a video in my YouTube as well. I'll put that in the link down below. But other than that, let's go ahead and just break down my strategy to the T. So first things I do, you guys know I trade the NASDAQ. If you guys don't know, I trade the NASDAQ. I'm a futures day trader, and that is all I trade. I make trading super simple, super easy. I trade the same exact thing every single day, and I use the same exact strategy every single day. I always tell traders, if you guys want to get into this, make it as simple and simplistic as possible. If you guys are making this difficult, if you're making it hard, if it's just too many confluences or too many things that you're trying to figure out, you're most likely not going to be successful. So the first thing I always do is I go to a bigger time frame. I usually like to stick between, because I'm a scalper, I only trade between the 15 to 50 points ish. So I don't really hold my positions for very long. So that being said, I don't really need to go all the way out, but if we want to, we can. It won't hurt. So if we obviously go to the 1 day, 1 year time frame, what is the market kind of doing? Well, this past week, we kind of been consolidating. Nothing crazy, nothing huge, just in a really weird no man's land. So what we can do is let's drop back down to a smaller time frame. Here's the 4 hour. And if I can zoom on in here, I'm going to be looking for step number 1 in my strategy is key levels of interest, which means another word for that is support and resistance. If you guys know what support and resistance is, go ahead and watch a previous video of mine. But the quick answer to that is resistance means when it hits the ceiling, price goes down. Support means when it hits a floor, price goes back up. So if we're looking at this chart on the NASDAQ here, and we can see, let's go to a 3 hour time frame, excuse me, just to see this a little better. Well, we could automatically see that we have a solid level of support right here. How do we know that? Well, because when price comes down to this level, what happens? We shoot right back up. When price comes back down to this level, what happens? We shoot right back up. So I can see at this level 20060.68 that this is a pretty key level of interest for me to be aware of. Again, that's not going to be like, oh, Will, if it touches this line, I'm going to go long, or oh, Will, if it breaks below that level, I'm going to go short. Not yet. All I'm doing is just charting out my basic support and my basic resistance levels. So there's one. My next basic level of resistance, and which is kind of cool, is my algo. Again, link down below if you want to get the algo, actually helps me identify a solid key level of resistance, which will be right here. And I'll go ahead and draw my line just right over that green one. So go ahead, perfect. We have our support, we have our resistance. Now, this is a question that you guys should ask yourself. Is my goal to actually take a trade out of this breakout right here and go to the downside? Is my goal to get out of this breakout to go to the long side? Or is my goal to find a trade inside of this range? I always, if I have one level of resistance, one level of support, inside of this support and resistance is called a range. So I always go ahead and say, what do I want to do? What is my game plan? So I'm going to go ahead and go to a smaller time frame. Let's go to the 30-minute here. Zoom on in. And we can see that obviously this makes sense, right? We have support here. We have resistance here. We actually have another level of resistance right here as so. So this can actually tell us how do we want to trade this. And there's 3 ways to trade this. There are 3 ways that I see that we can trade this. Trade number 1, identify the trend. Well, don't jump too far, but if we're just looking at this, we can see potential breakup play to the upside here to have take profit at this range, or we can have a breakout to the lower side, take profit at this range, or we can wait for breakout of this level, take profit at this range. Do you guys see how I did that and see what I did? Okay, let's rewind a little bit. So I identified a support, resistance, resistance. Now, before I figure out which one I actually want to take the break on, I got to identify trend. And trend is always your friend. You never want to go against the trend ever, 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 ever. Always stay with the trend. So if I'm looking at this, when I look for a descending pattern or a downtrend, I'm looking for two things: lower lows and lower highs. So if we can see right here, here's the most highest high. Where's the next high? Right here. What did that just form? A lower high. If we next to the next one, boom, what is this? A lower high, lower high, lower high. Interesting. Now here's a low, lower low, lower low. Got into a little bit of consolidation, so we kind of changed trend a little bit. Never really started forming higher highs, and then we started again forming lower lows. So I'm already seeing right now, potentially we are in a downtrend. So as of right now, I should maybe be focusing to potentially taking a short break here or a short break here. Now as well, which is really good confirmation, is I can use my moving averages, which is the 50, 20, and 100 moving average, and can help me kind of identify the trend. Now if I go to a smaller time frame, let's go to the 15-minute real quick. Excuse me. Here we go. We can see right here that the overall trend, what? The moving averages are below, the overall market's below the moving averages. We're making lower lows, lower highs. Obviously, it looks like we're trying to switch direction here, but maybe not yet. So in my case, I'm just going to sit on my hands and wait for one of these levels to be broken. And that's kind of the gist of my strategy. Step 1, identify trend. Step 2, identify key levels, and then chart your game plan. Do I want to enter here, take profit here, enter here, take profit here, enter here, take profit here? Always have a game plan of what you're looking for. If you're just entering to enter with no absolute game plan, what are you doing? If you enter and like, hey, why do you enter that? Where was your take profit? Oh, I didn't have one. Or where was your stop loss? Oh, I didn't have one. You're already going against yourself and you're not going to be a successful trader. Okay. Again, I dove a lot more into detail. I just want to go ahead and give you guys some really, really nice things, a really fast breakdown of my strategy and what I kind of look for. Key levels, trend, risk management. Key levels, trend, risk management. Other than that, I hope you guys enjoyed that video. I will catch you guys in the next one. You guys are absolutely awesome, and always stay green.